10 Surprising Signs of Mentally Strong People. Intro. Today, we will be looking at the 10 surprising signs of mentally strong people. If you have been trying to figure out whether you are mentally strong or not, this one's for you. Being mentally strong can seem like a challenging task, but really, it doesn't have to be like that. There are certain signs that mentally strong people display, and by copying these signs and turning them into a lifestyle, you can easily become mentally strong yourself. Throughout this video, we will be sharing the 10 surprising signs of mentally strong people. But before we get started, please remember to take a quick second and support our content by liking, subscribing, and turning on the notification bell. This helps us create more videos like this for your entertainment. If you're all set, then let's get started. 1. Mentally strong people never refrain from saying no. Most people may argue that having standards makes you high maintenance. However, it actually makes you a person with better boundaries. Mentally strong people are great at knowing what they want and setting boundaries according to their standards. This is why mentally strong people are always confident in their decisions and they never refrain from saying no. The ability of saying no allows mentally strong people to surround themselves with acquaintances who have the same goals as them. Since they have their boundaries set properly, they are able to tell when situations get emotionally exhausting. Once they see signs of emotional immaturity from peers, they remove themselves from the scene. However, this does not go to say that they are unable to show sympathy. Mentally strong people are well aware of the fact that living in a society means cooperating and coexisting. They always rise to the occasion and help the people around them, but they know when to stop by saying no. This is how mentally strong people are able to maintain healthy and mutually beneficial relationships with their friends, family, colleagues, and acquaintances. 2. Mentally strong people thrive on constructive criticism. While mentally strong people always come across as confident individuals who know what they are doing, they are most definitely aware that their work has room for improvement. This is why they appreciate constructive feedback and helpful tips on how to improve themselves in a particular area of their work. Similarly, when they notice that a colleague or friend of theirs is struggling with a certain piece of work, they chip in with some constructive criticism of their own. Note that they always use a rather humble and compassionate language when giving others their input. They refrain from being underhandedly snarky towards the people around them. By taking this approach to every single person in their surrounding area, mentally strong people are able to create better environments wherever they go. Since they do their best to share knowledge, people often look up to mentally strong people for advice on both personal and professional matters. This makes them a crowd favorite in most scenes and helps them have large circles in their social lives. 3. Mentally strong people don't stress themselves out about what other people think. Being a crowd favorite and a crowd pleaser usually comes with certain social burdens that tend to weigh many people down in their daily lives. After achieving a particular level of popularity, people who are not mentally strong begin to corner themselves about maintaining their popularity. They try to be a certain person or act a certain way, often losing themselves in what other people are saying about them because they are mentally weak. But as you can guess, mentally strong people are the exact opposite of this. They are confident in their abilities, looks, and thoughts. Thus, other people's thoughts and feelings about them are neither deterring nor deferring to them when they really want to achieve something. While mentally strong people are all for constructive feedback and criticism, they are not big fans of negative comments that try to drag them down. This is why they never pay any heed to people who constantly throw negative feedback at them. By not letting other people's opinions define who they can and cannot be, mentally strong people get to live their lives to the fullest. Therefore, they enjoy things a lot more than mentally weak people do. In other words, they experience a lot less stress simply by being mentally strong. 4. Mentally strong people don't get discouraged by negative outcomes. They learn from them. We probably do not have to tell you that life is full of ups and downs. As humans, we all have some bad days and some good days. But what matters is how we choose to act when we are faced with the bad days. When mentally weak people have a bad day, they often throw in the towel and get discouraged like it might be the end of the world for them. This attitude is often exhausting for them. Needless to say that it does not help them achieve their goals. Mentally strong people do the opposite of this. They try to make the most of every situation, whether it is good or bad. The good days are for success and celebration, and mentally strong people take these days to relax and soak in the validation. However, when the bad days come a-calling, they do not freak out. Mentally strong people perceive bad days as learning experiences. They do not get discouraged. Rather, they evaluate things to try and find a way of making the day better. 5. Mentally strong people don't engage in wordplay. They say what they mean. You might have heard the saying that goes, "Say what you mean and mean what you say." It is a powerful phrase that reminds people of the strength of their words. Yet, sometimes, mentally weak people tend to forget just how strong and powerful their words can be. Therefore, they resort to eluding phrases or other forms of wordplay, thinking that it might help them to get their point across without doing much work. However, mentally weak people don't realize that this is incredibly time-consuming for both parties engaged in the conversation. They also fail to register that resorting to wordplay could lead to miscommunications, which can cause much bigger problems. This is why mentally strong people always mean what they say to ensure clear communication. Being mentally strong means to have a clear idea of what you want and what you need. Therefore, these people never fail to articulate themselves in a precise and prompt way. This helps especially in professional scenes. So in turn, mentally strong people excel in business without much of an effort other than being their genuine selves. 6. Mentally strong people know that discomfort often brings growth. Seasons of mental, emotional, and physical growth always come with certain growing pains. Discomfort is a part of life, and mentally strong people learn to eventually be okay with it. Now, you must bear in mind that mental strength is rarely ever a trait that stays with us throughout our entire lives, nor is it achieved right after birth. It is through these various discomforts and growing pains of life that we are able to come into our full mental strength and become wiser people for it. This is why mentally strong people are often indifferent to discomforting situations that otherwise bother mentally weak people. In actuality, mentally strong people do not think that these discomforting situations are okay at all. They just know that discomfort is temporary, so they try to settle into whatever solace they can find throughout the duration of the discomfort. This helps vastly with their coping skills, and eventually, it becomes an unconscious, standard practice of their lives. Thus, mentally strong people are able to appear more zen than their mentally weak counterparts. 7. Mentally strong people constantly evolve with the world. Our world is not the same place it used to be all those years ago, back when the dinosaurs existed. After the dinosaurs came the cavemen, who then evolved into a civilized society, which then started to be ruled by technology. In short, the world we live in is ever-changing. Nothing is going to stop it, at least not unless we get hit by another killer asteroid, earthquake, or tsunami. As times change, so do our means of coping and surviving. If you need a more recent, more tangible example, look no further than all the business opportunities that changed shape over the 2020 pandemic. If you want to be in the loop, you have to keep on changing as the world evolves. You snooze, you lose. Which is why mentally strong people know they have to keep up with the evolutions of the world. They always try to grow as time passes by, whether that's through networking or taking a new masterclass every other week. They stay on top of their knowledge to be better versions of themselves and contribute to their community. This makes them valuable assets in their social and professional lives. 8. Mentally strong people don't try to be right all the time. While being knowledgeable makes people feel like they are on top of the world, this is often not the case. But sadly, having to be right is an epidemic. People fall into its claws really quickly and extremely easily. Most people love to hear that they are right, not even for the sake of confirming knowledgeability. They just like the ego boost. As more people validate your credibility, your ego starts to swell more. Long live external validation. However, mentally strong people don't try to be right all the time because they are aware that they can't possibly acquire every piece of knowledge on the planet. It seems a bit impossible to know everything, does it not? Other reasons why mentally strong people don't try to be right include respecting individual opinions, having the ability to entertain alternatives, avoiding self-destructive behavior, continuing to stay curious, and leaving their options open. How do you feel about people who try to prove that they are right all the time? Do they annoy you, or do you also feel the need to be right in conversations? Let us know in the comments below. 9. Mentally strong people are great problem solvers. Mentally strong people are great problem solvers due to a number of reasons, but the main one is that they are great listeners. The root of a problem often comes from miscommunication, and by eliminating the miscommunication, mentally strong people are able to identify the issue clearly, determine what the cause of the problem is, and come up with a variety of solutions. This is precisely why mentally strong people make great mediators. Their calm and collected attitude helps them help others by being the eye of the storm. Thus, many mentally strong people are able to solve problems in record time. 10. Mentally strong people don't let others deceive them. Mentally strong people have a great eye for detail. They can easily spot things that do not add up in a conversation, and therefore, they are not easily deceived. This is because mentally strong people can take a step back and stop internalizing issues. Therefore, they can see the bigger picture and analyze events, mimics, words, and body language. By approaching people and subjects more holistically, mentally strong people are always able to tell when somebody is trying to deceive them, and so they know who to keep a safe distance from. Outro. And that marks the end of our video. If you enjoyed watching this, then be sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up. Want to be the first to know when we have a new video? Then turn on the bell to be notified every time we upload one. Finally, if you're looking for something to binge on, you can click on the video that's currently on your screen. We'll see you in our next video.